Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. My man, Doobie Addict, hit me up, ironically, within an hour of playing my first ever Battlegrounds match for the season and said, Prof, I just want to give you a heads up. Because first he asked me if I jumped in, and I said no. You know, I try to jump in and do 3 fights every 2 days. And, of course, I have training this week, so it's been difficult to find time to jump into Battlegrounds. It's way easier to relax and play arena fights than it is. I don't know about you, but I need utmost all confidence. I need to be sitting up. I need to have no TV on, no music, nothing. And even then, there's no guarantee that I'll win. I played a really good opponent. I'm going to give this guy a shout out. JIMMRZ. I thought he was going to wipe the floor with me. Round 1, I had Spot almost take out my Gallon. And he beat me really well. He used his Hercules against my Hulkling and just made quick work of me. I mean, it was very impressive, and I immediately felt like I was playing with the big boys again, because in the past season, I waited to kind of rush to get out of the bottom tiers until the last few weeks, and so I felt like the biggest whale accounts and the best players were already well into Gladiator Circuit, so there was not much in terms of equal competition for me to fight. Now, every once in a while, of course, I'd face somebody with a good roster, but overall, I was just a better roster thanks to my YouTube revenue and the support for my channel. It was not because I had better skills than some of these people I was beating. I know that for a fact. Round 2, that was probably my best decision to put Doom as a defender. I did not have anyone who was poison immune besides Black Widow Clairvoyant, so I chose to go straight into poison immune mode and then just stay there. And as you can see, Immortal Abomination was a tank. Now, if I had Warlock, if I had Nimgod, you know, some of those top poison immune options, maybe it would have gone better. I thought I had lost this one. I'm like, well, he's probably going to use Bishop. But then round 3, you want to talk about close. If this is a preview of what's to come, it looks like I'm going to go back to the old Prof, Hoff Battlegrounds win-loss ratio, which is about a coin flip, meaning I win about 50% of the matches I play, and I lose about 50% of the matches that I play. However, Doobie Addict told me, Prof, when you especially win a match, you will see that they broke what wasn't broken, and they tried to fix what didn't need to be fixed. Because in the past couple of seasons, the 2 tokens got you straight out of Bronze 3. Now, you would think Kabam would want to keep that system in place, because they don't want whale accounts like mine happens to be fighting Thronebreaker or worse very much. You would think that they want those accounts. I think the whole reason why you place in the previous season where you did was so that it's better and more fair to the accounts that didn't have the skills, the roster, both to get to Gladiator Circuit. But because they're waiting, I think, to do that until Season 11 from the forum post I read earlier this week, this is the last time that many of us will be starting from the victory track beginning. However, I just want to say this. Changing this system was terrible. Just a horrible idea. Didn't make any sense. Between making it harder to get out of bronze and, of course, doing something that we all knew would happen, and that's going back to the old Battleground solo event, which, look, I'm not saying there aren't going to be people who do really well in this, because there always will be. But for me, somebody who had never scored so many points until last season of Battlegrounds, I was looking at the amazing ending result of 6-star Nexus, 15,000 6-star shards. Getting back to 300,000 points for 1,500 6-star shards is so pathetic it's not worth my time. And look, I want to be a team player. I want to help my alliance in the alliance event for Battlegrounds. Of course I do. and I still will. But I just feel like a lot of people, including myself, are still burnt out from last season's Battlegrounds. And they're not giving us an incentive to push this time. I'm not saying the nodes are terrible. I think they're fair. But if they had just kept the exact same system last season, and I know they weren't going to keep the reward system, although obviously that was great for people like me who never pushed ourselves to play more Battlegrounds, but to change both the rewards back and make it harder to get out of the lower ranks, it just makes me not like it. I actually had fun last season. Now this literally puts the FU in fun. And I know this kind of video gets scrutinized. I know that there are going to be people who don't even watch what I say about this and who say, oh, here's Prof. Hoff trying to be overly critical of Kabam. Can't just be thankful Battlegrounds exists. Look, I am echoing complaints that I've heard from quite a few people already this week. I am not just speaking on behalf of myself on this channel. I'm speaking on behalf of many members of this community. And my guess is way more people feel the way about this like I do than were represented in who I talk to, because of course I just talked to a sample size, a very small sample size of summoners. So if it's not broken, don't fix it. And yet Kabam insists on re-breaking it. Don't love it. Burnt out already. I won the fight. I'm one match in. I won. And by the way, this was the previous, because I probably won't ever win 9 out of 10 again. Previous season, 16 days ago, as you can see. I'm not excited. I'm not excited at all. I'm just going to do this to get my 3 victory track, 600 trophy tokens, and then rest. But either way, Kabam, what are you doing? If it's not broken, don't fix it.